Hey everyone, Miranda here. So sorry, this has to be a recording today. I have got called. I have to go to my kids' school later this morning, so it'll just be a little too much to have this live. So this is our recording of our How to Find Hosts class. So this is week 3. Congratulations to those who have watched week 1 and week 2. I'm so proud of you. Please let me know by sharing what your takeaways are from this call in our group chat so that I know that you watched. Okay, I just really want to know what's resonating, what stood out. But we're going to get started. So just like weeks 1 and 2, we are starting with a mindset shift. So what I want you to do right now, it might seem silly, doesn't matter, just please listen to me here, is I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes and think of how many hosts that you would like to have between now and the end of July. What is that number? How many hosts are realistic for you? In a perfect world, if you had all the hosts lined up, how many hosts do you want to have between now and June? Now picture that number, whatever it is. Maybe it's number 6, I don't know. Maybe it's 8, maybe it's 8,000. Just kidding, keep it realistic. It could be 2 if that's your goal. Picture that number. Keep your eyes closed, picture that number. And now I want you to picture your calendar. Picture a monthly calendar. It shows from June to the end of July. And picture that filled with that number of hosts that you want to have. Picture lines on that calendar for the days that you want. You've got to go into this week's training knowing that you will find hosts, knowing that you're not bugging or pestering people by sharing the host opportunity, that you're being of service in such an expensive world. To be able to get things for free and have that shopping spree. Like if I win $5 on a scratch ticket, I'm excited. Never mind $400 to spend on Epicure however I want, right? So remember that we're of service. You can open your eyes, by the way. There are many ways to host. Hosting looks different, right? That's why Epicure is not even using the word host right now, but you still can. I still do. But there's so many different ways to host, and we're going to chat about that today. But just keep an open mind and know that we can be of service here, that you're not. I'm going to share some verbiage today so you know how not to be pushy, right? Because we all are afraid that we're pushy or that we're asking people to do us a favor. That's not what it's about. Okay, so before we kick off the training, I'm going to share my screen just so that we can see. It's a 5-minute video by Cindy Lotzman, our National Sales Director, and she's going to share with us some ways that the ways that the host program has changed. Because before you offer something, you need to understand it. And I know I just realized some of these changes. Like I thought I was up to date, and then I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. So we're going to watch this 5-minute video on the changes to the host program, and then I'm going to give you some strategies for finding hosts. So let me share my screen here. There we go.
Oh, incredible Epicure community. Cindy Lotzman here, one of your national sales managers, and I'm here for a short host offer update. So let's take a look. You'll notice that we are updating the wording and verbiage for host. In today's world, sometimes playing host can just sound a little bit daunting. So to make it simpler for you to share Epicure with new customers, it's as easy as share and earn rewards or get free products. Simple and easy. Let's take a look. Now, we know that your hosts, as always, like always, can be rewarded and get exclusive discounts, must-have products, free shipping, limited time offers, and perks when they host and shop with friends. All the things, like always. But now, there's more. We have a new and exciting perk to add to our host offers called Share with Friends. There are 2 ways for them to earn a Share with Friends gift. Number 1, they can host in person or a virtual event. Or number 2, they can share their personalized link with their community. So this is the same as always. You would create an event, right, on My Epicure, formerly known as a cooking class, but you'd create an event. It could be in person, it can be virtual, or just a gathering of orders, and you have your favorite customers share the link to earn rewards on the orders that come in. Now, when a host, here's the fun part and the new part. When a host shares a link or hosts an event 3 times a year with $250 or more in sales each, they receive a gift valued at $100 which will include a collection of amazing Epicure products. I just feel like that's so super fun. And it is free from Epicure. So, whoop, whoop. Okay, now a couple other exciting things. They're going to receive their gift in January, but I also want to let you know this is retroactive. So this has already started. So all of your hosts that have already hosted starting January 1st of 2023, all the way to December 31st of 2023 can participate. So I feel like what a great reason to reach out to all of those hosts that have already held an event with you, because they can qualify. That's super fun. All right, now, a ambassador host offers. So starting June 1, so as you see on the screen, it was future bookings is what we are always known. They've always been known as, and we're now just again updating some verbiage. It is a share more bonus certificate. Now starting June 1, the original host of an event may have unlimited future bookings, giving $20 to each future host and up to 3 half-price items for the original host, as long as the parent event class is $250 in sales and the future booking an event is $500 in sales. Now, the cool thing about this is it encourages your hosts to bump up their sales to unlock their $20, and we're making it easier than ever. All right, now in May, we are honoring the previous criteria for events or classes closed in May. So unlimited future bookings plus the current host then receives half price rewards for the first 3 bookings at that event. And once again, go into the criteria of the original host, as long as the parent event class is $250 in sales and the future booking or class and event is $250 in sales. So that's going to remain for May. That's going to be honored through May. And then the other change starts June 1st. All right, let's keep rolling. Look at new ambassador host offers. For our new ambassadors, they can offer $20 additional free products for hosts who close their cooking class in month 1. If the cooking class or the event is a future booking from a previous event and is held in the new ambassadors month 1 and reaches $500 level, they will also be entitled to the $20 future booking credit certificate, which is in addition to the other $20 for a total of $40. So let me give you an example. All right, Mary joins in May. She has a host, Susan, in May with a sales of $600. That host will get an additional $20 because her event was in month 1. But at Susan's event, John books an event for June. If John's event is under $500, he would earn the $20 in free products because his event is in Mary's month 1. If his event is over $500, he would get an additional $40 total, right? Because he gets $20 for being in month 1 and $20 for being a future booking and his class being over $500. So they get to stack the rewards. So this could be, think about your ambassadors that do a launch, and then all the bookings they get from that, they're all considered future bookings. And if they are held in their first month, over $500, they're able to stack the rewards. Right now, we're also going to honor the previous criteria for the $40 VIP host gift for all new ambassadors who joined in April. So making April and May their first full month. So hosts of all their classes closed in May will receive the full $40. However, we're not going to be able to use this coupon and combine it with the $20 future booking credit. So I'm sure that makes sense. So if you look at all of this together in a package, it's an exciting change because it helps motivate your new bookings to do something and go for more, right? And it's a win for them and a win for you. And again, these enhancements are all about helping your business to grow. So we feel like this combined with other incentives and promotions could be what keeps your best customers sharing with others through our host program. So thanks for joining on the Host Award Updates.
Awesome. So that was short and sweet and just shared with you some of the changes to our host program. I love that now our hosts are more inclined to want to find more hosts, right? They want those bookings because they get an extra half off item or collection for every host that they book, up to 3 future bookings. So that's really cool. The one change that stands out that I want everyone to realize is that the $20 future booking certificate that we've always had. It's still there, but that kicks in at the $500 mark. This is something I didn't clue in on right away. And I was looking at my cooking class, it was like 480 in sales. And I was like, oh my goodness, that $20 isn't there. But it's once that class or event gets to $500. So it's really, really awesome because now our hosts are inclined to do well for you, right? Instead of us just adding them as a future event, even if they weren't booked from a class, just to get that $20 automatically applied. Now they have to work for it, which benefits you. You'll make more money. They'll get more free products than they would have. I think it's a great change, but something to keep note of when you're looking in your back office, and to tell your hosts about. Okay, so what it can mean to host in today's world. I was saying earlier that hosting isn't just, sometimes that word is scary for people because they think, oh, I have to have people over. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in person with a bunch of people. I don't want to have to clean my house, those kinds of objections, right? Although in person will always be the best way, and your host, you can let them know they don't need to clean their entire house, or if they live near you, you can offer it at your house or on your deck. However, there are so many other ways to host. If they've completely ruled that option out, you can do a Zoom cooking demo. You can have an order collection, a link share, like Cindy was explaining, where they share that link with their community, a Facebook or a messenger party. I love one-day messenger parties where their guests are only in that group chat if they've agreed to be in there. And for 1 hour, you share the promos, you share the shopping link, you share a couple of recipes, and it's fantastic. So, and you can even combine that with a link share party, right? Where it's just the 1 hour and then they share the link. So different ways to look at for sure. Now in our back office under the hosting tab, you will find this information. I just wanted to kind of show you what it looks like, where you'll find it. There's FAQs, which help answer. So if you are visual, instead of listening to Cindy, you need to see this on paper, it's there. All those changes that she talked about are there. The customer hosts, I guess that is what they're calling it. Remember, if they host 3 events a year from January to end of December, they get a gift that's valued at $100. That's so awesome and such a good way to get some bookings. All right. So just some more of those highlighted items. Yeah, if you have any questions, please just ask. I went to my e-commerce website, mirandaderusso.epicure.com, and I clicked on the host button there to see what my customers are looking at when they go there. And you can send that link directly to people for more information about what hosting means, because it's all spelled out beautifully. But from there, I grabbed this graphic. So you can do the same thing. So you have this graphic, it's nice and clear cut. It explains everything to your host, and have them set goals. Once you have those hosts, have them set goals of where they want their party and how much free product they want. Okay, so this summer, our Ready Set Summer program is geared to how to work your business this summer, and that's what we're going to chat about right now. So you've got to look at, just like we talked about last year with Finding New, where do your friends go? Where are people? You've got to meet them where they're at. So is it a campground, parks, playgrounds, play groups, barbecues, cookouts, all these things, right? So that's how you can kind of gear your parties. If you see these pictures here, the bottom right is me at Nagagamassis Provincial Park. I went there. It's like a 20-minute drive for me because I had someone who wanted to host, but she was like, I'm never in town and I'm camping all summer. And that was her objection. And I said, well, why don't I come to you? You've got all your friends all at different lots. We'll send an invitation out. They'll know to be at your campground at a certain time. And we kept it so simple. We made skewers. I made a dip. We had punch. There was just a couple of things. You don't need a whole feast. You really don't. No one's bellies need to be filled. You're just getting together and letting people sample things and being of service. You're sharing recipes here about like different camp recipes, like popcorn or punch or dips, things that they can make while they're camping to make life easier, right? And then deck parties. You can see me on my deck that needs to be stained. Had some friends over, tried some treats, and I find both of these kinds of parties get rebookings or future bookings so easily because they're so fun and laid back, and the guests see how much in free product that host is getting that they want to host their own. And then kids parties. I do these or kids events. I hold these once a month during the summer, and I try to make this a little bit longer. Usually my kids events are an hour and a half. I try to go 2 hours so that parents really get that break. And we have so much fun. And then I send them out to my backyard when we're done if there's a little bit of extra time. But we keep it very simple, these classes. Sometimes it's just muffins. And the kids come over and we make muffins and they go home with some products that they already purchased, that their parents already registered for and I ordered. And they go home with the products to make those and they can share with their family how to make them. And they can even make them on their own. So kids' parties are really, really fun and beneficial in the summertime. Okay, so that was in person. How to attract other kinds of hosts in the summer. So people still sadly have to work in the summer. There's a lot of people in offices. You can do an office order collection where you make a dip, you bring it in with some catalogs and order forms. Maybe you can do a demo of how to make something and like on their lunch break. But if not, that's okay too. And just like that, you have somebody hosting an event. Like think of who you know who works at a bank or who works just in any kind of office setting, because these are a hit. Link share, we keep talking about link share. It's popular any time of year, really. It does take more host coaching, I find, because you're not getting face to face with those people necessarily, but it still works. A one-day messenger party with a summer theme, right? Got to think outside the box. Okay, so in your VIP group, I love doing this. I love this or that. We always know that what the host exclusive is for the month, for the next month. So take a graphic of both of them and do this or that. And then you'll have people engaging and then people who say, oh, I really want that picture. And then you take it to private message and you share with them how to make that happen and different options for how to host. All right, so some notes here. Now these are super important to know, and I know I don't want to read a script here, but I didn't want to miss anything. Remember that hosts won't jump out at you, whether it's a this or that graphic that you're posting. Sometimes we hit the jackpot and somebody contacts us and they want to host, but typically you are the ambassador. You have to share that opportunity. Ignore those voices in your head. So we look at people and we just rule them out. Oh, they're too busy. They won't want to host. Or they're at their campground all summer. They won't want to host. You've got to ignore those voices and just dive in and ask and share how we can work around their busy schedule or whatever their objection is. So you don't want to decide for a person why they wouldn't want to book with you. Now, believe in yourself, believe in what we do, believe in our system, and that we have something valuable to offer. Because that second that you feel naggy or you feel like, we're just pestering people, it's not true. And you really have to have a belief. Look at what the products have done for you. Were you offended when somebody asked you to host the very first time, or somebody shared a link with you to shop, or somebody asked you to join their Epicure team? Were you offended? People are not going to be offended when you share the opportunity. All right, so I've got a 1, 2, 3 system just to keep it very simple for when I am trying to fill my calendar with hosts. So number 1, and this is when you're thinking about what am I going to say to this person, because it's all fine and dandy, you've thought about who to ask, but now how are you going to ask? And my 1, 2, 3 system is this. So first of all, what are you excited about in your business? Why are you messaging them? What's exciting you as an ambassador right now? Number 2, why did you think of that person? What is it that makes you think that they would want to host right now? What made them pop into your mind when you're thinking about what excites you? And number 3 is ask the question. Don't be wishy-washy. We don't want to say, well, it's okay if you say no. I have a big favor to ask you. It's okay if you say no. I'm just wondering if you would maybe be willing to host an Epicure event, but it's okay. I won't be offended if you say no. That's like the worst. You're just letting them say no, thanks. You don't want to be wishy-washy. You just want to ask and be direct. Otherwise, the person's going to just be annoyed by or maybe your message will even sound unclear. Do they even want me to host? It doesn't sound like they want me to host. So here's an example of some verbiage that I use. All right. And this is really simple, and you don't want to copy paste this. You want to just use my 1, 2, 3 system. What excites you? Why did you think of them? And then just ask. So, hey, Sarah, I hope you're well. So, I'm going to jump right to it. Epicure has a new catalog coming out in a couple of weeks, and I know you love our summer products. Lady, you're the first person I thought of to hold a deck party with the new catalog. I also know you love having friends over on your deck. Do you want to have a party on July 14th or 15th? Okay, so number one was what excites you? The new catalog that's coming out. That excites you as an ambassador. Why did you think of them? There's actually two things here of why did you think of them. One is I know you love our summer products, but also one is I also know you like having friends over. And number three is do you want to have a party on July 14th or 15th? I like to give two dates that I'm available for. And then it's like they have that choice. Okay, July 14th or 15th. Let me look at my calendar. Oh, the 14th works. So something to try. Try this system. All right, guys. So reach out. Here's how to find people. You reach out through past hosts. Make sure anyone who has hosted even one class from January till now knows that once they host 3 times, they get that $100 valued prize or gift. Find your good customers, your most interactive VIP group members, your family, college friends, new moms, new dads, church friends, sports friends, whatever group you're a part of. Your fave cashier or retail worker. Maybe there's a store you go to or you frequent and you've gotten to know these people. Perfect opportunity. They will love seeing you outside of their work as well. I just want to say, if you form those relationships with people, but you've never seen them outside of a work setting, it's really fun and really enticing to have that, right? To take that away from that setting. Okay, guys, call to action is you're going to grab a pen and paper, go through your social media contacts and the reach out page just above. I'll post the link to this Canva and write down 10 or more names of people you haven't shared our host opportunity with or haven't in a while. So your top 10. Now just ask them. Use my 3-step program up above, the 1, 2, 3, and just ask. Now I want you to report back to me with their first names, and each time you get a booking, and just even if you don't get a booking, guys, just reach out to me. Let me know that you're trying this system, and you will feel like you're on a roll once you start asking people. Run with that. Schedule an hour where you can do this, because once you hit like number 8, number 9, you're like, oh, I can keep going. But fill your calendar. Remember from the very start, I had you close your eyes, picture the number of hosts that you want, stick with that goal and fill that calendar, and then share with us in our group chat how it's working, what problems you're having. If you have any questions or you need help from another ambassador, that's the perfect opportunity to do that. So thank you guys for being on today's call. It was short, it was sweet, but I do want to know what your takeaways are, and I want to know how this homework works out for you. Next week is all about ranking up, checking out our comp plan, and I've got some exciting stuff happening, so don't miss it, but make sure you're letting me know how this was for you. Okay, bye guys.